Today we're talking about God of War Ragnarok, the sequel to God of War. As always, I will list some positive and negative points, and in the end, I will give you my opinion. Without wasting any time, let's start with the positive points. First, let's talk about the plot. A few years have passed since the events of God of War, and Fimbulwinter has come to all 9 realms, marking the arrival of Ragnarok, a great war, the end of the world in Norse mythology. Atreus has grown up and is determined to learn more about his origins and destiny since he discovered at the end of the previous game that he is destined to be Loki, the god of mischief. Kratos, on the other hand, wants to protect Atreus from impending dangers and the vengeance of the Norse gods. I will only tell you this much because I don't want to spoil the plot. The story is rich and engaging, exploring themes such as sacrifice, trust, and destiny. It enriches the father-son theme from the previous game. Regarding the gameplay, the game has taken the formula used in the previous installment and made some improvements, such as aerial attacks, falling, or climbing attacks. Another positive point is that Santa Monica Studios listened to the players and included more violence in the game, making the action scenes more intense. Continuing with the graphics, they do not disappoint and maintain the levels of the previous game, thanks also to excellent direction and a sound department with epic music that accompanies the player throughout the journey. There is also an improvement in the environments, which are now more detailed and diverse, for example, moving from snowy forests to volcanic landscapes. Another improvement made by the team is adding more variety to enemies and bosses. The types of enemies have increased and vary depending on the realm in which the player is. The bosses are no longer similar to each other, with just a few different characteristics, but there are various types, including gods and creatures, each of which must be tackled in a different way. Lastly, I want to talk about the PC port, which will be available from September 19th of this year, offering the opportunity to experience the game even for those who do not own a PlayStation. Now for the negative points, the plot, which as I said before, I found fascinating, is also a bit slow in some parts of the game and relies more on the relationships between characters than on the events that occur. I found the side missions repetitive and noticed that the AI of the companions helps the player too much. In puzzles, for example, you don't have time to solve them before the companion gives you a hint to get to the solution. Now let's talk about the free DLC, Valhalla. This content is set after the events of God of War Ragnarok and serves as an epilogue to the game. Kratos has been invited by someone in Valhalla to face his past and understand his future. This DLC has a roguelike mode and offers a gaming experience that combines narrative elements with combat challenges. I consider this DLC a great positive point for the game. God of War Ragnarok is a fantastic title and a worthy sequel to the previous installment, with a plot that, although slow at times, always manages to surprise the player, develops the relationships between characters, and tackles the themes I mentioned earlier. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 9.5. In the description, you will find links to purchase the digital or physical version. Subscribe and comment on a product you would like a review on, and I'll see you in the next video.